Thank you for joining me here again on Szpakowo for this titanic battle. It's episode 19, with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pretty much nearly straight off the back of the previous episode. I've had some more... Whoa, he wasn't hanging about. Got some more contracts have come up. I've got a harvest contract for barley on field 155. I've got my own field that needs to be planted, so we're going to use our new planter. We're going to put some seed in it, using our seed auger, which we haven't used yet either. And information received about the silo. Heavy Metal Gaming reached out and said Daggerwin was having the same trouble, or I don't know whether it worked. It worked on his, but it turns out the silo here, the silage clamp, if you go above the level of the wall, the side wall, it won't cover. So if I'd have taken some out and it had come down below the level of the wall, it would cover. So I messaged back and said it's really weird because it's not something I've ever encountered before. Normally a silage clamp will have a fill level, a top point. You'll fill it up and it will hit that level, and then you can come right the way across. That's what I generally do. Fill it to the top, fill it to the top. Then you can get up onto the clamp and compact it. I've never encountered one where it will only, you can actually fill it further than the level that you should be going to. So that never crossed my mind. My first thought wasn't, oh okay, that's not covering, so what I need to do is remove some. I mean, I ended up removing it anyway, but yeah, that wasn't my first thought. My first thought was, okay, the clamp's broken, it's not going to work. So I suppose we did kind of jump straight for the worst case scenario option, but I guess that was kind of the way my brain was working on it. So let's just pop this here. Let's go and grab our planter. Actually, what I need to do first, let's move the seed auger out. Now I can't remember which one of these. Oh, I said before, didn't I? I think it's the large boxes. Or is it the other way around? Is it fertile? I don't know. We'll open whichever. I'll get the seed auger up. And then hopefully, let's say hopefully. Why is this not connected? There we go. Measure that, and then I think we need to go on to that, don't we? Start the engine, then raise that up so we've got plenty of height on it. I think we've got some in each one. I suppose I should really have had this connected because I've now just lowered that. Where's my other tractor? I've got two other tractors. Which one? Which one are you referring to, MrSealyp? Neither of them are here. Left them somewhere. Guess first thing to do, if I swing round and we drive in that way, if these fill up, great. If they don't, I know it's the other side. And then we can adjust. We'll adjust accordingly. I'm sure these are normally seed boxes, aren't they? Maybe not. Maybe I was right originally then. Well, I'll be. I didn't even know it was a thing. So will it not do it that way? So it got to be that way. Really? Oh, okay. Always learning. Should have checked that out ahead of time. Don't really want to hit that wall. Back myself into a bit of a spot here, haven't I? I do like making things difficult, don't I? That's always the thing with a tight yard. It's always going to be a little bit trickier, isn't it? Can we sneak up there? Oh, maybe it's oh no, hang on. Well, there we go. It was those. Excellent. Not as much as I thought we'd get it, but. I said this had a tight turning circle. Brilliant. Right, close that cover. Do I need to fertilise at the same time? I'll come back and do that. Right. Leave the phrases rocking and rolling. Whoa. That's weird how it does that. Just suddenly I suppose I should drop it first and then adjust it. Cool. Engine off. What I'll do, I'm going to move that over a little bit, so if I need to come back and put some more in, it'll be a little bit easier for me to get alongside it. Perfect, so that should do. Let's go to our field. Then once the field's done, we'll get the fertilising done, and then I'll get the rolling done. Then we'll get out to this other field, which will give me, well, I say it will give me, the contract is for, oh hang on, what did I say it was for? Barley. So if we get any left over, we can put it into our seed treater. Again, loads of people have reached out, telling me alternatives and things I should be using, and why I shouldn't be using the ones I'm using. I'm using them, it's fine. It really doesn't matter. There might be more efficient ones, there might be ones that are cheaper. These are just the ones I picked, the ones I'm using. They're producing the things I need them to. I know there are ones that can produce far faster. The reason I haven't gone for some of those is because, generally speaking, people get a bit annoyed, consider it cheating and whatever, you know. I know there's the ones I used on Alma that do the fertiliser and stuff. Mega fast, work brilliantly, do the job. And I could have got those straight off the bat. They could have been the first ones I bought, but I've used them before. So I thought, you know what, we'll try something a bit different. A few things I haven't used. And it's all ticking over, it's all doing what it should be doing. Which is where we need to be. I think I've got enough horsepower on this, haven't I? I need to go, oh yeah, that reminds me, I meant to say. We had 2 butter and a cheese, we've now got another butter. It's all still chugging away, so every day the milk will come to here. We'll get this running, so we're doing alright. Artisan cheese, look. I crafted it myself with my own fair hands. I didn't really, but oh, that's the point. Just looking at the time, I need to double check to my right into the hub of mods. Crossing the play. No. Okay. Nothing yet. I mean, that's to say, what time is it now? It's 4:10 in the afternoon here in the UK. Mods used to drop around 3 o'clock, 3 PM. I've said this many times. UK time, around 3 o'clock. Then it kind of drifted up to about 4 sometimes. And then it got to this weird thing where it was a bit random. It could happen any time, really. It depends who's in, who's on QA, who's doing mods, whose job it is to press the button to upload them, kind of thing. And then we've had a few weird days where mods have dropped late, and when I say late, I mean like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. Now bearing in mind that Germany's an hour, depends on the time of year, but usually an hour ahead. When they're dropping them at 5:30, 6:30, that's 6:30, 7:30 German time. Which surprises me that they're not at home at that time. Obviously working late, getting stuff done, I suppose, with FS25 coming out. So I have to kind of hang on. I'm doing a few bits and bobs here and there. I've been sorting a few things out. I've been trialling something. Oh, actually, let's get this going. Oh, planting, no problem at all. Excellent stuff. This is going to get through it fairly rapidly, but there's our new planter. Brilliant stuff. All nodding away, look at that. Very happy. That's brilliant. Yeah, I've been trying, I've got some stuff coming up in the next month or so, and I'm taking my laptop with me to do some stuff. Now, I've been using Premiere, well, I haven't been using Premiere Pro because I don't know how to use it. I've said that before. I do all my editing on my PlayStation at home. I do my thumbnails on Photoshop on PC or laptop. But somebody messaged me, and then it was weird. I had a message from someone saying, "Had you thought about?" And then I watched a video. Jazza, I watched Jazza's channel, and he did a video on the rise and fall of Adobe, and what they've done, and they've become very corporate, and how a lot of the things they're doing that a lot of people don't realise. You're kind of hooked in, or they hook into you, and you're stuck then with not really many options. They became a bit of a monopoly for a while, and bought up loads and loads of companies. And somebody said, "What, have you tried DaVinci Resolve? DaVinci, something like that." It's free to download and use, and then you can get upgrades and all sorts of stuff and bits and bobs for it. But initially, it's free, and apparently it's way more user friendly. Apparently, lots of film studios and things use the software. I'm sure it's DaVinci Resolve. Had I thought about that? And I thought, well, I didn't know it existed. So I might download it on my laptop and have a bit of a fiddle around. And this is a lot of stuff I was talking about when I say, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realise, so it's that thing of just, prepping a video, getting a video made, editing your video, rendering it, uploading it to YouTube, that kind of stuff. There's prep work to be done between videos, especially if I've got contracts I'm doing on a map, or if I'm playing SnowRunner, if there's stuff I need to do between, or whatever it might be. And then there's all the admin side of stuff, so there's all the social media things, even just setting up channel memberships. It took a while. It takes a bit of time to get everything prepped and done. Then it's all your thumbnail stuff, and when it comes to, people just say, "Oh, why don't you should be editing on your PC?" And I said before, I should be. I've always edited on my PlayStation, and I'm quick at it. I'm fast. I'm not quick at doing it on Premiere Pro. So, and it'll be the same with DaVinci Resolve. If I install it, I'm going to have to learn to use it. That takes time. If I decide I'm going to take an afternoon and say, okay, you know what, I need to teach myself at least the fundamentals of how this is going to work, that could take 4 or 5 hours. Could take longer. I mean, to be proficient on any of these things, there are people that have been using software for years, and I would imagine, unless you are a professional at what you do, a lot of people would say there's still a lot of elements of whatever it might be, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, whatever you're using, that you still don't use necessarily on a daily basis. So it's a long process, and it's that thing of, if I take 3-4 hours, even longer potentially, set myself maybe a couple of hours a day and do it over a few weeks, those hours I should be prepping, recording, editing videos. So you have to find that balance of the best thing to do. So I think I might give it a go. I might install it. It's supposed to be incredibly user friendly. It's supposed to be very, you can just pick it up and run with it kind of thing. So I might. Certainly worth a try on it, I'm always very dubious. It's when you see stuff, and there's been a few things over the years people have suggested, oh, you should try this or use that, or you see an advert for something, and it's always that thing of, it looks too good to be true. And I'm always very dubious. After my channel got hacked and I had all those problems, and it took, all the time it took to get my channel back up, and YouTube to accept I was who I said I was, and I'm so nervous to install new stuff, to try new stuff, to download, and I don't want to get caught in a cycle. You don't want that thing of, well, if you want to use this is it, you pay this much for it, which Premiere Pro does, and you're paying monthly, which is great. Oh, brilliant. I can't afford to pay £500 in one go for a year or whatever it is they want to charge, but breaking it into, you can pay monthly. That's great. Let's do a monthly subscription. But what you don't realise is it's a yearly thing. It's not monthly, although you're paying monthly. If you try and cancel it, you then get charged because you've cancelled it within a year, unless you wait for the year to run. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff in the pipeline, and it's just as it always is, finding the time, isn't it, to make it all fit. I'm still very nervous about all the AI stuff, and I've had a bit of a dabble. If you haven't seen it yet, I didn't want to go full. So I know I just thought while I'm doing this job, might as well talk about what I'm doing, what I've been up to. If I get another strip all the way around and I'll go up and down, I might do the two lobes that are sticking out. It's kind of like a C shape, isn't it? So the arms of the C. Yeah, you can, on Photoshop, you've got a thing, you've got generative fill, or you've got generate image, and it's something a lot of the AI stuff now. You can just type in prompts and then set it off. If you do, is it generative fill? What's the word for it? You can take an image and you can say you want to add something to that image, and it will look at what's already in the image and try and match it as best as it can, which is a bit of a, you know, my brain's like, boom, I just can't cope with it. Then there's this one where you can generate an image completely, and you put in your prompts, and you can choose whether you want art or photos or more realistic. Then you've got so many different options for effects and all these different things. So you can go for a more cartoon style, you can go for a oil painting, you can go for, you know, so many different options, too many to count. And then there's one where you can use an image as a prompt. So it will use that image as the basis for what it's going to do. So what I did on the last map tour, I took a screenshot from the map tour. So what I normally do when I'm doing anything like I'm doing now, at some point I'll take an image for my thumbnail, which any content creator will do, and then generally speaking that goes into Photoshop, and then I'll add in all the bits and bobs I want to on that screenshot. So with the AI thing, I was having a bit of a fiddle around with that, and you can put your image in as a kind of a baseline for what you want. So in this case it was a picture of the horses for the map tour on the farmhouse. So it was two horses in their pasture with the stable behind, and because the map had olive trees, a lot of olive trees on it, so I put my picture in, and the prompt was from the image, horse stable and pasture, two horses and olive tree. So it takes what it's got in the image you've given as a reference and tries to match that as close as possible. Then you pick your effects, and I tell you what, I was really surprised because it really was fairly close, and it just gives you a whole different dimension. I didn't want to go for that, just, you know, just type in a prompt and then the AI does everything. There's all stuff now where the AI will actually make a video for you, including script and dialogue, and it will put a voiceover. I mean, that you're not actually producing anything yourself at that point, are you? If you're getting the computer to generate your entire video for you, what have you actually done? It baffled me. So I thought, I don't want to go full, you know, I don't want it to just generate an image. It's got to be an image I've taken. It's got to be an image from the map, from whatever it is I'm doing, and then that's the foundation for whatever I want my thumbnail to be. And I just thought I'd give it a go. You know, I'm very nervous, and my whole feeling towards, I suppose, having grown up on all the Terminator films and all the various different things over the years, war games and things like that, with AI and learning computers, and, you know, I'm very wary of it all. But I have to say, it was pretty cool. So yeah, that was just following on from what I was saying about, you know, taking time to learn new skills and try new things out. But that it all took time, you know. A thumbnail that might usually take me 5 minutes, I think it took me a good 45 minutes, because I had to go through various iterations and try different effects and different things that a style that I was aiming for. In my head, I knew what I wanted it to look like, because I wanted it to look like the image. So it was playing around with trying to find the best thing that created what I wanted it to. You know, I don't know how people feel about it. How do you feel about AI? Right, now we're going up and down. I will continue this, and then there'll be a little clip probably of me doing the rolling. I've done lots of talking now. Just again, as I always do, just talking about my life, what's going on. I was going to live stream Sunday. Haha, that went well. Got all prepped, all ready, thumbnails done. Everything's prepped for it to go. I was about 20 minutes before putting my stuff in and putting up my message that I normally do, saying live at whatever time. And I had a bit of a problem. stomach related, which kind of prevented me. It would have been a pretty dicey live stream, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I was not well at all. Don't know if it was a bug or something I'd eaten. Oh, blimey. So yeah, apologies for... Oh, not that you knew I was going to live stream. I did mention in one of the videos that I might over the weekend. I did say maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, I wasn't sure. And then I decided, right, Sunday, bang, like I did last week, do a Sunday stream, and it just didn't, yeah. Unfortunately, didn't work out. I still didn't get that bit. So yeah, apologies for that. Okay, things are about to get a little bit dicey. We're going to see what happens here. I'm taking a massive risk. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't checked on the animals down here. I'm so sorry, Feldin. Let me check. If I left that, probably left the, yep, out in the road, blocking the road. Of course I have. Yeah, so all that to say, what I'm about to do could potentially cause a game crash. Oh, there you go. We've got two there now. That's cool. I mean, there's not a lot of chickens here. They're doing all right. I think feed-wise, they're all right. We've still got the feed around the side there, so we can put some more feed in. Let's go and check on the bees for the honey. The tree bees. Haven't checked them in ages. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Cool. Brilliant stuff. Right, well, they're all doing their thing. So, anyway, all of this to say, I had two messages, and this is really, really weird. Against that weird sort of, you know, you get these destiny calls kind of, you know, things that happen at a certain point for no particular reason, but they do. So Travis reached out, and Travis said, I know you're, I'm doing that, I'm doing the molehill eradication, and I've got one to find. It said I've got one to find, and Travis messaged saying, I think the one you're looking for, and I said, I'm not hunting these things out. I know I did on one of the episodes, maybe on the live stream, I was walking up and down the road. I've done a couple of episodes, but I'm not now. I've got some of those discs to collect as well, and I'm not hunting the map looking for them. But if I drive past an area and think, oh, I haven't looked there, I'll go and have a look. So, all that to say, up here where we're going now, up at the animal dealer and where the root crop sell point is and all that kind of stuff, there's a little farmhouse up here, and he said he thinks the final molehill might be up there. So, cool. So on this episode, I've got a contract on field 155, so that's where we're heading now. Let's get right over. And I thought, well, if we're heading out this way anyway, I'll have a look. Why not? We'll have a look in the garden. I've got my shovel. we can sort it out. We're helping out the local people. It was that it wasn't Mum's Net. It was something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, not Mum's Net, Mole's Net. They wanted them gone. So, all good. Then last night, quite late. So I had a message, and the message was from Matt. A Matt message to say, warning, Will Robinson, be very careful. So I was like, oh, okay, whoa, okie dokie. I want to make sure I'm off the road completely here, so let's stop here. Engine off. Are we off the road completely? We are, brilliant stuff. So, Matt's message was to the effect of, he came onto the map to plough in Szpakowo because he's watching my Let's Play, he's watching Daggerwinds, and was going out collecting molehills. Now I don't think his message said he'd collected all of them, but he said that he had a warning that he'd had game crashes. Was it? I'm going to get the message up. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is potentially worse. This is end of level boss. If this is the final mole, this is the final mole, the showdown. Yeah. So it says, hi Paul, recently started playing Szpakowo after watching you and Dagwin. Started collecting the molehills and have had 2 separate game saves fail to load after collecting them, including one save with no mods. Just thought I would pass this on so you can try and avoid this issue. Thanks again for all the videos recently, not just Farming Simulator. I'm going back onto SnowRunner later this week. Cool! Inspired someone to go and play SnowRunner. Cool. Or back onto SnowRunner. So, the implication there is that he collected them all, I would say. So what I've done, I've tried to mitigate this. I don't even know if I should do this. I have manually saved to the cloud my Farming Simulator 22 save data information. It's not an automatic sync, so that's saved, that's gone. So if something goes wrong on this, I won't know until I save the game and come out. Because I need to save the game and come out. If I come back in, it won't have saved anything, so I've got to save it. If it won't let me reload this save, I can go back to the cloud and download the previous save, so it's not syncing automatically. That, I think... Anyway, apparently... the final molehill, the end of level boss, is here. I mean, they've all been gardens, haven't they? I suppose, is this technically garden? Because we've got the greenhouse here. I thought I checked out here once before. Maybe I didn't. When I was doing silage work, I thought I had. Oh, this could be an absolute nightmare. This is a big space. I don't know where I'm even looking. I assumed it was up here. The field I'm going to be doing over there is 155. If this all goes horribly wrong, I keep looking for a lump, just a little, you know. Oh, maybe I could have sworn Travis said it was here. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. Oh! All molehills have been cleared. Here's your reward, 100,000! I'll take that. I know what I'm going to do. Let's go to... I'm going to repay 50 grand off the loan. Yeah. 50 grand paid off. I'll keep 50. You know, walking around money. So, I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. And then what I've got to do is what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to come out of the game and come back in again. Because the thing is, if it has gone horribly wrong and I have to retrieve my previous save, I don't want to go and harvest that entire field, do all of that work, deliver it all, then find it won't reload, have to bring the other one back down, and that won't have been done. So if I do it now, that makes more sense. Right. I guess this is the moment of truth. You'll see in the next clip how angry I am, or how happy I am. We're about to find out, I suppose. Woohoo! End of level boss complete. It worked. I'm back in. We're back in business, baby. So now I'm really worried if it's going to do it again. But I came out, loaded back in. It's loaded in fine. Now again, this is always that thing. It's always a risk because it depends what parameters, what other things. And I know he did specifically say in his message that one of the saves had no mods, but so you know, also eradicating that thing of, is it potentially a mod conflict that's caused it? Is it a mod clash? You know, as a mod just carked it, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's allowed me to load back in this time, so I'm assuming it's going to be all right. Moles complete. So we've done lottery tickets, we've done moles, we did, what else have we done? Oh, there's all the cans. There's all the special edition cans. I haven't done any of those. I think I've only got 2 or 3, I can't remember, of those tokens to collect. I don't know what happens when you collect all those. I think I'm going to go over the bridge. I need to get over the bridge before the next car comes. Come on! I've already bought out my tractor and trailer. I think we're going to need it because this is a fairly big field. The potential for having barley left over is high. I don't know if we will have, and if we have, that's fantastic. If we haven't, again, you know, the contract pays out just over 9 grand, and we're using our own equipment, so it will all be ours. Whoa, she's bumpy. I've switched off straw swath. Let's open this up. Look, I remember to open up the harvester. When do I ever do that? Beacon's back on, because there'll be traffic coming in a moment, and it will get angry with me. So yeah, I mean, I suppose only time will tell, but as it stands at the moment, I don't know. Yeah, there could be 101 reasons why. That's not to say it's not still going to cause me a problem, but as it stands at the moment, why are we not working? There we go. Fold that up. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Beacon's off. Okay, ramblers, let's get rambling. It is a fairly big field, actually. We'll see how we get on with this one. Now, I have taken the liberty. There is a contract available on for potatoes. It pays out 28 grand. So I've taken that on, but potentially, well, not potentially, I'm going to have to lease equipment to do it because I don't have any potato harvesting equipment. What I have been doing, oh, that's actually not a bad idea, is it? What I'll do, I'll come back and do the other bits in a moment. I'm going to go straight up the field I'm not hurrying to work. I'm just setting myself in on kind of a straight run. What we'll do is let's go in and have a look at... Oh, okay. Oh, there is a potato header. 59% off. But it's just the potato header. I'm better off leasing them when I need them, I think. Yeah. Right, I'll come back now then. I was just going to check and see if it would be just my luck there'll be some potato harvesting equipment for sale. No. But that's alright. I know a few people reached out and messaged me about, a few times actually in the past, about ways you can manipulate that situation. I think if you, is it lease or you buy stuff, especially if you're running on multiplayer, if you're playing on multiplayer, which generally speaking most of my Let's Plays I do now anyway, it just makes life a lot easier. Just for moving stuff around, and you know, I just generally do now. I can't remember why I did originally. I think someone had suggested it, you know, because it's that thing of, oh, when I was doing subscriber contracts. When you're doing subscriber contracts, and people are saying, look, you know, if you do this job for me, I will send you this. It was very. How do you do that when you've got, you know, you've got your own finances, you've got your own farm you're running, and then how do you set up a situation where you can make that work? It was really difficult. And someone said, well, if you do a multiplayer, you can have a separate farm, and I've done that ever since really. And if you set up your second farm as a bank, or you know, whatever it might be, it could be another farm, it could be whatever you want it to be. When I was doing the Apocalypse series, the Survive to Farm series, the extra ones were down as question mark. So when we were finding equipment, that was owned by question mark. We didn't know who it was owned by. And it enabled me to set things up and do things like that, and it works really, really well. Now, if you want a multiplayer server, G-Portal is the way to go. Might as well. Let's get it in there. I haven't done a G-Portal plug for a while. I normally do it when I'm live streaming. But G-Portal, the Discord server uses them. I used the G-Portal server when I did my Balham Road, my Tom Pemberton Farm series. They're easy to set up, they're easy to run. There's a discount code if you use the link in the description. They're helpful. Whoa, they're helpful. And if you have any questions, if you are going to set one up or do want to run one, my Discord server, my Discord guys are really, really helpful when it comes to assistance and that kind of thing. So if you needed help or need some advice, I know I'm offering their services out, but they are really great guys, and they generally speaking are always happy to help. So yeah, that works really well. Or you can just use the standard multiplayer system in game, and that works really well. How did I get on to talking about multiplayer? What was I talking about? Was it to do with the game crashing thing? Yeah, so I don't know, because I'm running this on multiplayer. Could that be a reason? Not on the G-Portal one. The G-Portal. The good thing with G-Portal as well is, if you run it through G-Portal, if you do have any problems, game crashes, things like that, it stores previous saves, the previous iterations, so you can go straight back into a previous iteration and just reload that up, which really helps. That's huge. I know a lot of the guys, again, because I'm not a PC guy. A lot of my Discord guys have messaged me a few times, said if you're going to do it multiplayer anyway, why don't you just do it on the G-Portal server? And to be fair, we have 2 or 3 running, I think. And at any one time, I think there's normally 2 maps, but sometimes 3. We have 3 servers that we can, and you can manipulate those servers. You can adjust stuff around to there's all different ways you can manhandle your G-Portal stuff. So you can access it through your PlayStation, but run it on your PC. So if you've got a PC or you've got a laptop, your setup and stuff is all done on there, and your adjustments and anything you need to do is done through there. But then you can come onto PlayStation or whatever you're playing on, and then you should kind of access it through that. It works really well. So I did wonder whether potentially this thing with the end of level boss, maybe because I've got this on multiplayer. Was that how I got onto? I'm sure when I come to edit, I'll realise I've done my usual, and I've gone off on an absolute tangent. And it was nothing to do with that. It was something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember what. Let's back that up a little bit. There we go. This is going to go to Henrik's, and Henrik's is the sell point that's just behind the vehicle shop. So I probably need to invest in. This is what I said before. This is the problem I've got. The problem I've got is that a lot of the roads, the lanes are narrow. The entryways to some of the sell points are tight and narrow off the main road in through little gateways. There's not a lot of room. And someone said, why don't you just buy an articulated lorry, get yourself and there's plenty of modded, cheap modded lorries, get yourself a larger trailer, or just get yourself a larger trailer generally. But the problem is with a larger trailer, they're too big to get in and out, especially if they're longer. So the option is then to get a larger capacity that's stubby but tall, so a higher capacity, or ones that have less than, let's just say, nefarious capacities. That's the only other way, really. If you're in a situation like this, you're on a map where you've got tight yards, you've got tight space, you've got, the entryways in and out are, restrictive. What do? So I need to really look for, I know I've got the TARDIS ones, Omatana ones. I think I've got the one by, is it Chris S. Riley S? Then you can adjust the capacities. There are tons of different ones, there are loads of modded trailers with dubious capacities. But at the end of the day, whatever works for you. That's only got a 22,500 litre capacity, so this will be 2 full loads and a bit. And the rate this is going, we're going to be full again in no time. But that's the game, isn't it? Yeah, that's real life. When you're harvesting big fields, you might have 2 or 3 guys carting, 1 guy harvesting, or 2 guys or 3 guys, it depends on the size of the fields, and you're carting. Unless you've got massive auger wagons, you might have grain bins near every field, whatever it might be, those massive chaser bins, the huge ones. Right, time to get one of the locals to help out. Let's hire a worker. I'm going to hop out. Let's go and grab this. And then what I'm going to do, I'm run along the side until we're full. I'm going to take this back to Hendrix to sell it. Then I'll see you probably later on when we've got most of this done. Because it's a big field, the margins on the smaller fields haven't been as big. So when I've done various different harvesting contracts, root crops normally there are loads left over, usually. Some of the harvesting contracts for regular crop types, I haven't had a lot spare. It depends on the map, depends on the map maker, what the margin of error is. I've had some maps where you end up with loads left over after contracts, some where you get very little, some where you end up with none. You're in that position where I've had some maps where you'd finish a contract and you're actually short, which is a bit of a worry. That's the last thing you need. So I don't know if I have anything left. If we have got anything left, that's going to go into our seed production, because this is over and above what we've planted in the ground ourselves. This is a bonus if we have anything left over. Even if it's only 5,000 litres, that 5,000 litres can go in. If it's 4,000, whatever it is, it'll go in. And I'm grateful to the farmer for allowing me to have the surplus. I do not take it for granted that I'm going to get some. There, I said it. Oh, I can't run alongside, can I? Ha! I remember now. Because we got that bargain, we got that header for a quarter of the price it should be. It's too wide for the pipe on the harvester. It shouldn't be running. It shouldn't work. It's like a bumblebee. The bumblebee's physics, the wings, the size, they shouldn't be able to fly, yet they do. This is the same. It shouldn't run, but look at it go. Actually, what I'll do, I'll get down the bottom here. The problem I'll have is I'll take out 2,500 litres of 10,000 and then set it off again, and then it'll be full again before I can get back. That's the only problem. I was just hoping I could, I might just stop it and I can let it run, although it's going to run into that post, isn't it? I'm going to have to deal with that before I get out. Oh, the trials and tribulations. I'm still having a great time on here. I'm loving it. The same as I did with Carpath. Every Let's Play I've done, I'm trying to think of one I've done that I haven't enjoyed. I just love playing the game. I'm a farm nerd. I love it. Righto! I'm going to come in the service entrance. Actually, I'm just going to double check something. Yeah. So what? I'm going to the right place, aren't I? I have previously saved the game. You watch, next time I try and play this, it won't load. Don't even go there. So this is going to be very indicative of what we're going to need to complete the contract. So the percentage this gives us delivered. That's what I need to do while I'm up here as well. Price, money's not going up, that's good. That's a good sign that I'm at the right place. Won't be the first time. Come on now, make it good, like 50%. Oh. Oh dear. 5 of those. Okie dokie. Well, okay. So next thing, while we're here. Holy buckets, just realised. I did put a little bit of fuel in, not a huge amount. Because I was on the red before, and I didn't show it, so I thought, oh, you know what, while I'm here, am I going to fill it? Oh, let's just, you know what, don't worry about the expense, let's just fill her up. I mean, I need to do some repair. I haven't been keeping up with my preventative maintenance. I'm going more for the, when the engine drops out, let's fix it, you know? So what I'll do is, while the rest of the harvesting is continuing from this point on, I will have a look and see what's available trailer-wise. So while the harvester is cracking along, I'll unload, let it go, and then I'll have a look. Like I say, I want to go for something with a larger capacity, but I don't want to go, you know, crazy. I mean, I do want to go crazy, but I'm not going to. Just run around with my pants on my head. No, that's not. What was that on? Oh, it's black out of the fourth, wasn't it? Put his pants on his head, 2 pinches up his nose. That was it, wasn't it? They'll think you're mad and send you home. Anyway, that's obviously the image I had in my head. Whew. Okay, I need to lie down. Things may look the same, but they're not. I went in to look at the trailers, and again, there are thousands of options within the fact there are hundreds of different trailers with various different options. So I went in and I was having a look, and I went to the TARDIS ones and remembered the TARDIS M, the baseline TARDIS M, is 30,000 litres. And looks exactly the same as my previous one, especially with these colour options. So I swapped them out. My class I sold for 15 grand. This one I bought for 90. One was 22,500. This one's 30,000. Difference between that and this one is the TARDIS line of trailers utilise special technologies, making the walls of the trailer thinner but sturdier, allowing for more capacity. I just made that up. I don't know. But anyway. So we've got a 30,000 litre trailer and it looks exactly the same as the previous one. So, you know, again, yes, there are countless trailers to choose from. These I had installed at the moment. I may well go through and have another look. 70% transported for field 155. Contract is 80% complete. Okay. I just thought I'd show you. It's not as dirty as the previous one, so obviously that's why. You know. It does have a rear trailer hitch as well, so we could daisy chain if we wanted to get another one of these. But I will have a look. I mean, there are all sorts of Bailey ones. There's, you know, I just wanted something around 30,000 litres, just so to give me a little bit more capacity without being bonkers, but also keeping it you know, at a sensible size, so I can get in and out of places. That was what my criteria were, and I've said that many times on many Let's Plays. Your criteria for whatever you're looking for, and that comes down to everything when you're in game, whether it be for productions, whether it be for fields, whether it be for tractors, trailers, it might be map choice. Your criteria for choosing any of the things you choose is your criteria. It's not always going to match up with somebody else's. It's not necessarily going to be, you know, there may be different things you're looking for, even down to colour choices. That's going to be a personal preference. It always is. So I don't know. I'll have a look around if I find something else that I think, you know, rather than keeping this sort of standard form, because this is, for all intents and purposes, it's the same trailer, just a little bit tweaked, then I might swap it out. But for the time being, this will do. Why did I slow down? Not quite sure. I'm still elated over my end of level boss victory over the mole. I mean, like I said, that could all come crashing down if I can't load the game up next time round. But anyway, especially having just done all this. But I've got it on grain door. I've got 30,000 in here, 6,700 in the harvester, and the harvester is just over there through the gap. So we'll see if this completes it or whether I need to get some out of the harvester. If we have any left over, I'm going to keep my finger poised. It's going to take a little while doing it through the grain door, but I'd rather do grain door than come whooshing out the back and me not be able to stop it in time, because my plan is to keep a little bit back so I can put into my seed treatment facility. That's the plan. I shouldn't have to worry yet, but we're about to find out. Someone asked me the other day if we're going to have flashing beacons on 25. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the footage, because the footage they show and stuff is all done on PC. So I would assume so. It'd be weird to go backwards. I was also asked if the side panel will work on 25. I wouldn't have thought so. As far as I've been made aware, it's Sony that have blocked it, not the other. I don't know. Maybe not. I wouldn't have thought so. But if it does, that'd be just, oh, bliss. But there could be some other things in the works potentially with regard to that console related things. I'm going to keep my finger poised just in case it comes up contract complete. It's not going to, is it? It's going to use everything. No way! Oh ho ho! Contract complete. I hit the button quick enough. We've made 74 euros, which is lovely. 4,023 in here, 6,700 in my harvester. By my account, that's 10,723 litres for us. Bonus. I'll take that. Let's go. Well, I'll take it and I'll take it because I'm taking it. I don't know. I know. Yes, you. I know you. Yes, you're going to be thinking, aren't you? It's always you. You know. Why does he say the things he says? I don't know. They just come spewing out. Oh dear. The ravings of a dangerous mind. Feeling very chipper today. Don't know why. I probably shouldn't be, but I am. I reckon I'm up around 85–90% today, maybe. Maybe, potentially. Don't need to do this now, but... Oh, jumped to the wrong one. That's all I'm getting to. There we go. Let's unload that into there. Then that can go back to the farm. Oh, this is a win. Win, win, win. And then 9,000 something. Has anyone else had this issue where you take... I'm sure I'm not imagining it. I mean, maybe I am. Looks like we've got snow coming as well. I did say February we might get some more snow. I've had none settle this winter. Anyway, has anyone had this thing where you take on a contract and the contract stipulates a certain amount of money, whatever it might be, and then you have this weird thing where if you, for whatever reason, you save the game, go out and come back, as I did, and that said contract, the price has changed because the one I took on for the potato harvest was 28,000 something or other. When I saved the game and came back in, when I defeated the final mole, it's now saying 27 something. I'm like, what? I don't know why. Maybe I'm imagining it. Potentially. That's not my field, is it? That's my... I don't think it is. I'll keep an eye out for contracts. Actually, to be fair, if that's... how much have we got? 155,186. Let's have a quick old shufty over here. So we're next to... What is that? Field 21. That looks like... Hang on. I mean, there's an easy way to tell, I suppose, isn't there? Barley. How much is field 21? 34,944. We own a new field. Barley. And the great thing with this is, bang, that's going to seed. Plus we bought another field. Why not? Bring my harvester straight down, get cracking on that, leave the straw behind, bale that, prep another field. I tell you what, we're doing all right. What's that one? Oh no, that's that's bad stuff. Don't want to do that. What's this one here? No. Oh, that's oats, isn't it? How much is that one? 131 fine. No, that's a bit more money than we've got. Okay, well, we've got a new field. Get in. Don't know why I came this way. I should have gone back onto the road. Let's get this in. And we come to the end of another episode. Now what I've got to do is save the game, come out, and hopefully be able to get back in again. Thank you for still watching. I very much appreciate it. You guys are all legends. Thank you to all the people that are supporting regularly. Thank you if you've become a channel member recently. I will be streaming again, don't worry, I will be. Like I say, it's just, like I said, it's that weird thing of a couple of days I thought, oh, I'll stream today, and then they drop mods. But then if you hang around and wait to see if there's mods, it's quite late. I know a lot of people stream late. I've never streamed evening. I've never done evening streams. That's not been my kind of thing. I suppose I should really. Let's get that in. How? Oh, hang on. No. Do that, and now that. There we go. Come round the back here. Oh, what pow! So how are we looking now? The barley, 11,000 litres. Oats, 12,000 litres. We've got 6,283 litres of seed. Get in! We've got that new barley field. I still didn't bring over, I haven't brought over the corn. All the wheat that we had in our other little silo. I need to go into that too. So yeah, thank you to everyone. Whether you're a supporter on PayPal, whether you're a channel member, whether you're just watching the videos and smashing that like button. Whenever you're watching, that's fantastic. I really do appreciate you all. You're keeping everything going, and that's the thing. So as I said, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.